wish my little teddy bear had his other arm. How is Santa gonna do that?
Santa can do anything.
I always feel so sorry for him.
What's up, you sent it's trapped at donkey.
That's right. We're here to review all 4 Shrek films. Just kidding. We actually had a Shrek birthday party recently. For me, because it was my birthday, because I was turning 12. And we had a fun Shrek party. We did watch all of the Shrek movies in celebration, but that's not what we're here to discuss with you on this fine afternoon.
You do feel a terrible Christmas movie called The Christmas.
That's right, The Christmas Tree, an animated special from 1991. Only about 42 minutes long. Another, is this a movie? Is this not a movie? What is it? It's barely a cartoon. It's, the animation is terrible, the voice acting is terrible, the story is terrible. Just across the board. And of course, we only know about it because other YouTubers who ply their trade in watching awful crap were like, you need to see this if you hate yourself.
They all black people.
Yeah, all the characters have very strange looking eyes, very So it takes place at an orphanage. There's a mean old lady who runs the orphanage, and then there's a young, nice lady who comes to stay there. And this is all taking place in like the 1920s and the 1930s, apparently. But I'm basing it on the cars that they're driving. But the young lady is like, these orphans are treated terribly, and I gotta do something about it. And
did you finish washing?
Yes.
Ironing?
Yes.
And what about cleaning?
Yes, the entire house, including the windows and waxing the floor.
You may go now.
you know, the lady who runs the place is just like blowing all her money gambling, and so the kids never have anything to eat, any nice clothes to wear.
Everyone has wrinkles and the clothes fetch out.
Yeah, the children are drawn with very distinct lines in their faces, like they're all senior citizens already. I don't know anything about the people who made this. It's definitely something you watch and think, there's no way this was made in 1991. This looks like it was made in like the 60s or the 50s or something. And they use like real kids to voice the children, but it doesn't work out like the way when they use real kids for the Peanut specials.
I don't want you or Lily or Pappy to go.
I must talk to Mrs. Mavilda. Mrs.
Mavilda is furious.
It's boring is the huge issue for me. It's not so bad it's good. It's just kind of bad and boring and looks weird. But then Jason, we have to talk about when Santa Claus eventually shows up, because these kids are like, our lives are terrible. The only guy who can help us is Santa Claus. So they make their wishes to Santa Claus, and then Santa Claus comes, but you do an impression of this creepy Santa Claus. They drew Santa Claus is supposed to be like smiling warmly, but he looks very creepy. And you do an impression of this Santa. Please show the people your impression of this. Yeah.
Also, those struck people with lightning.
Did people get struck by lightning? I don't remember that. Does someone get struck by lightning in this? It barely qualifies as animated, I think. It's also rigid and
Oh,
stiff.
so the color sort of done made it look Christmas.
Yeah, it doesn't have a very holly jolly look. If you compare it to the Mickey Mouse Christmas special, where you see how Mickey and his family they're poor, and they don't have much, but the animation is warm and inviting, and it's not. This looks dirty. This looks like someone dropped it in a dusty trash can. And it's only 42 minutes, but it feels like 4 hours.
And boy, of the end, it's like, why is she instantly forgive? She abuses such a threat.
Please come with us. Let's have a good Christmas. Merry Christmas.
That's true. They kind of let the mean old lady off the hook pretty easily, but they let Scrooge in A Christmas Carol. Scrooge kind of gets off the hook pretty easily. He just kind of shows up with a turkey and is like, "I'm making you my partner," and it's like, that's great, but does that excuse like the years of abuse that Scrooge had inflicted upon Bob Cratchit? I don't know if that makes up for but of course it's Christmas, so it's like, we'll forgive you. That's part of the Christmas message, I think, is that you need to learn to be forgiving to people. You know,
Right.
yeah. I would give this I'd give this half a star, because I guess it was better than going to the dentist. I can't believe we've been wearing these ears the whole time either, buddy.
If you ever visited an orphanage, let us
Yeah, please let us know if you've ever been to an orphanage, or I don't know if orphanages exist the way that they've been depicted in films. I think maybe they might be a little bit different. Maybe they aren't. Maybe they're still awful orphanages, where, like in Annie. That's what this is supposed to be like Annie, with the mean lady who makes Annie do all the awful stuff.
what? And
Not Andy, Annie, Annie. They made a movie out of it. It was a Broadway musical about an orphan, a little orphan named Annie, based on a comic strip.
3 hours later.
Hey, before we go, can you do me, and can you do everybody watching a huge favor? Could you do your impression of Buddy the Elf discovering that his father is on the naughty list?
no.
Thank you very much. Bye bye. Santa! Close your mouth, Santa. You're attracting flies.
Look, Santa's leaving.
Peace be with you all.